You flip a coin when you want a perfectly fair decision. Who goes first? Who gets the last slice? Heads, we order pizza. Tails, we order Chinese. Simple. Heads or tails? 50-50. At least, that's what we've always been told. But researchers recorded 350,757 human coin flips, and they found a tiny bias hiding inside an ordinary toss. Not toward heads, not toward tails, something stranger. So, give me 2 minutes. I'll show you what the coin actually prefers, and how to use that information the next time someone says, call it. Before every toss, the researchers recorded which side was facing upward. Then, they flipped the coin, caught it, and recorded the result. If every toss were perfectly symmetrical, the coin should land on its starting side exactly half the time. But it didn't. It landed on the same side it started about 50.8% of the time. That sounds tiny, and for one toss, it is. But across 350,757 flips, it produced roughly 2,800 more same-side results than perfect 50-50 would predict. So, what was happening? A coin does not actually flip as cleanly as it looks. In the perfect textbook version, it rotates neatly, edge over edge. But a real human thumb usually adds a slight wobble. And that wobble matters. The face that begins pointing upward spends just a little more time pointing upward while the coin is in the air. Not enough for your eyes to notice, but enough to appear after hundreds of thousands of tosses. So if the coin starts heads up, heads gets a tiny advantage. And if it starts tails up, tails gets the same tiny advantage. But wait. This does not mean heads wins 50.8% of all coin tosses. When the researchers randomly changed which face started upward, the overall result was still almost exactly 50% heads, 50% tails. So a coin toss can be both fair and slightly biased at the same time. Heads versus tails is effectively 50-50. But starting side versus opposite side is closer to 50.8 versus 49.2. So what should you do? For choosing dinner or deciding who goes first, nothing. The difference is far too small to matter. But if someone flips a coin and you can clearly see which face starts upward, call that face. You get a tiny edge. And if the decision genuinely needs to be neutral, use a trusted digital coin flip, or randomize and hide the starting face before the toss so neither person can exploit it. Because technically, the coin doesn't prefer heads or tails. It slightly prefers its past. Tiny Proof Lab. Everybody's got an opinion. Almost nobody checked.